Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. I am Eve, the empath. I'm going to give you messages from Spirit. I hope you guys are doing well today. Today, my reading is going to be for our beautiful Cancers, and it's going to be a really quick reading. We're going to pull a card from our Akashic Records, take a look into the soul, see what the seed of the soul has to say, and give you a little bit of advice to help put you on your way. What Spirit has been dealing with me about you beautiful Cancers are mother wounds. Everybody comes to this planet to learn some things, and sometimes what we have to learn is really tough in the beginning. So we're going to do a quick card for our Cancer moon rising, as well as sun and north node. And this may not apply to everyone because these messages are going to be general, but we want to make sure that you get what you need for today. If the message doesn't resonate, it's okay, because we do not want you to vibrate in places that you do not belong. Now, I have already taken the liberty to cleanse our space. I've already prayed and meditated over our cards, and we are just waiting on our angels and guides to deliver for us. I only deal with energy from the highest vibration of purest intention. So if your guides are wanting to come through and send a message, hey, it's all good as long as their intentions are pure and they vibrate highly, because we are not dealing with no bullshit today, okay? Thank you for joining us, our beautiful, beautiful Cancers, emotional moon. You help bring out the shadow side of us. You help us understand the mysteries of life. You help us with cleansing because you're a beautiful water sign. And I love the nurture about you guys. If you don't know that about yourself, understand that if you have those placements in your chart, depending on where they fall, there are going to be times or areas of your life where you're going to be a little bit more sensitive, maybe more sensitive than other people. And that's a good thing, because sensitivity is needed in a world like ours. We need to have the ability to discern. We have to be able to have the ability to find the hidden mysteries. There's a scripture that says that we needed to learn about the hidden mysteries, and our beautiful Cancers help us to understand that. So we are going to acknowledge apprehension. We are going to polish my heart, and we are going to illuminate the truth. So that's beautiful energy. I love it. And we're going to get one card that kind of tells us what our Akashic Records are thinking about at this particular time. And it popped out really quickly. Ironically, indiscriminate moon. I love it because moons are all about the hidden aspects of life. So with you, it's a number 6. And the number 6 for you guys, if you're seeing it, could be that there's something in this for you, message for you, right? These are going to be major arcana. Actually, no, it's a minor. So the 6 of Keys gives us insight into ourself, into our soul, and allows us to understand how life is working for us. I really, really enjoy the Akashic Records because it's soul messages. They transmit so easily. And this is going to be in reverse. I'm going to read this for you really quickly. So in reverse, it says that there's a phase or a decrease, that a phase of decrease is here. The moon is waning, the tides are ebbing away, energy, money, and even your creative flow may feel tight for a while. The forces around you seem prohibitive, so conserve your energy. This is a time for rest. This is a time for you to regain your focus. It's time for you to spend time alone. This is what I would consider like hermit mode for you guys. So Cancers, if you are feeling tired, lethargic, if you are feeling like things are tight, that there's a period of restriction, just know that everything is cyclical, and it makes sense. Why? Because we are in our winter months. If you are in the United States, we're in our winter months. And in our winter months, that's when we're shedding away, right? We are allowing the old to die off. And usually in the winter, we've already stored everything that we need to store, right? Our storehouses need to be full. Why? Because in this season, there is no growth in terms of new crops. Our crops, for those who are planting new seeds, remember that some of the seeds need the winter to allow them to pop open. So there's a spirit, or not a spirit, but a period of dormancy. Oh my God, my words are crazy today. So again, Cancers, if you have this energy about you, understand that this is not permanent. The moon moves in cycles. Everything is cyclical. Do you see where it's in the shadows, right? But also see that there's light here. So that light is telling you that, hey, guess what? Right now you might be in a little bit of a shadow season. This is a darkness for you. It's okay. take your rest, hibernate, rejuvenate, learn what you need to learn. I like it because it says illuminating truth, and the moon is all about illumination, right? It's bringing forth things that are hidden from us. It's also connecting to our wisdom. So for some of you guys are getting a lot of downloads. You're learning new things about yourself. You're also learning to polish your heart. It says feeling is a power that helps me heal. For some of you who are avoiding your feelings, which is funny because Cancers are all about emotions, but you need to feel them. You have to be sensitive to your vision, to your sight, to your smell, to your touch, to your third eye, to your thoughts. Understand where they're coming from, Cancer. And then acknowledging apprehension. It says, when it is a yes, nothing can stop me. And when I'm unsure, it's always a no. So don't have that self-doubt. If you're finding yourself that in this time of transition, that's what I like to call it, understand that there are going to be times when things aren't always flowing the way they once did. But it doesn't mean that they won't flow again and flow freely and fluidly. You guys are all about the water. Cancers are one of the most powerful water signs and very connected to the ocean. And when you connect yourself to the ocean cycles, you understand that sometimes when the tide is high, there's plenty. And sometimes when the tide is low, there's not. And you must prepare for those times. Right now, Spirit is telling you it's time to rest. It's time to rejuvenate. It's time to gather and polish your heart. Okay? It says, when apprehension is acknowledged, you become aware of the constant back and forth between polarities. As this back and forth movement occurs, it can feel nearly impossible to make decisions, right? As you acknowledge any apprehension, recognize that it is either part of your heart to warn you or an old choice from old past patterns that you might be ready to or about to repeat. So if you're finding that you're seeing cycles trying to come back up or energies that are coming back up, it could be a cycle, a karmic cycle. And it's time to let it go. Your heart warns you about everything. I love that because you also got polishing my heart and illuminating my truth. So when your heart is warning you, when your heart is talking to you, it's important that you listen. What's in there? Okay. The power of discernment bubbles closer to the surface the more often your apprehensions are acknowledged. And it's needed to determine which of these options is true. So the more you tap in, the clearer it gets for you, okay? The more you tap in, the more it gets clear. And I love that. I love that for you, Cancer. A lot of Cancers, like I said, when you're dealing with mother wounds, it's hard for you to trust your voice because you're always worried about what other people think, and you find your confidence in other people. Well, confidence is really built from the inside out versus from the outside in, because as soon as other people don't like you, they want to tear you down, and that's not going to help you grow. It's going to take away from what you're trying to build. Polishing your heart is important. It says, illuminating the truth. I am willing to see things clearly no matter what the outcome. We don't always like everything that happens, but everything that happens does serve a purpose in our life, and that's something that we have to acknowledge. Everything happens to serve a purpose, and that purpose is really helping us evolve, because if it's something that we don't like, then we choose situations and circumstances that aligns with us to the things that brings us peace and alignment with our higher purpose. It says, when the truth is illuminated, you are no longer willing to settle for opinions, but instead yearn for the direct reflection that can shift fear and apprehension into higher vibrations of acceptance. In the illumination of truth, it doesn't matter how much life gets inconvenienced or disrupted. Instead, the recognition of facts versus falsehoods allow you to move past the shattering expectations to commune with a reality beyond the horizon of your imagined ideas. You write your narrative. You decide what feels good for you. I love this because when we were looking at the indiscriminate moon, the crescent moon in reverse, I'm thinking in terms of, again, the cycles of not having, the times of rest, the times of period that you're needing to rejuvenate your energy. And It's saying to you, the more you trust your heart to lead you where you need to go, the more you think here and you get it here, you allow that third eye to activate, and you're illuminating truth within yourself. You're trusting yourself. You're building your confidence. You're no longer looking at the outside circumstances, meaning that if you're in a season of lack, when things aren't flowing in the same as they were, you're not worried. Why? Because you understand the principles that everything is in a cycle. And as I'm navigating this particular cycle, if I'm in a cycle of lack, then I must be moving into a cycle of more than enough or abundance. The universe does not discriminate. It rains on the just and the unjust. So in the times of when you're feeling like it's unjust, know that your time is also coming again. And polishing your heart, truly understanding who you are. How much power do you have? You don't need the outside to tell you what you got when you know who you are on the inside. So rebuilding that confidence, understanding that your voice matters. Your voice matters to you more than it matters to anyone else on this planet. Your voice, why? Because it directs your soul's path, right? You hear your voice, you align with your soul's power. You hear other people's voices, you feel scattered in your energy. Is that what you really want? I don't think so. It says, feeling is a power that helps me heal. When your heart is polished, you are able to honor each emotion for the potent healing properties. One of the best attributes that I love about a Cancer is your ability to feel other people's emotions as well as your own and nurture accordingly. For some people, you're going to have to be tough with, and for others, you're going to find that gentle balance that allows them to grow into their best selves. But that also works for you, Cancer. It says a polished heart doesn't take sides, cast blame, or maintain grudges. It faces openly, willingly to feel whatever sensations that life aspires, just for the chance to transform into higher aspects of perfection. I absolutely love that. I have a Cancer friend. Beautiful soul, known forever. And this Cancer has been an indirect competition. Not really a competition, more of an admiration, because she challenges me to be a better version of myself. Coming up as a kid, she tried to teach me some little slick shit, and I wasn't really a slick person. I have my own ways about me. I'm not saying that I'm perfect, but I was very naive and sheltered as a kid, so there were some things that I just didn't pick up. But what I learned about this beautiful soul is that the hustle in her never stops. Her heart is so expansive. Every time it has been broken, it has been able to be filled with more love. But not love from the outside, but more self-love. Not self-loathing. In Cancers, some of you guys get stuck in a self-loathing because you forget that you are divinely created. You're looking at the voices of everyone else to fill your cup. And again, when those praises are no longer there, you're scattered in your energy. You have to know who you are, and you do that by spending time with yourself, feeling, being sensitive to your emotions, being sensitive to the thoughts that come in and out of your thought processes in your head. What are you thinking about yourself? How do you see yourself? Not how I see you. I can tell you all day long that you're a beautiful soul, that you have a lot of amazing energy. But if you can't see it for yourself, it does no good, right? Because eventually, if I ever say something contrary to that, you're going to believe that more than anything good I've ever told you. But if your voice is dominant, if the thoughts that you have about yourself are dominant, then they're going to align with your highest self, and it's going to illuminate that truth within you, right? That's how you polish your heart. When you acknowledge the apprehension, the things that feel tough, right? When the moon is telling you that you're in a cycle of not as much, when you're in a cycle of you needing to rejuvenate and rest, then that's when you are able to see yourself in a different light. And you really kind of get to know what you're made of, right? And you can make adjustments. It's like if you're a house builder and you flip your first home and shit ain't going right, then you learn for the next flip, right? You don't just give up. Well, some people do, but why? Because if you can find a good balance and make decisions that benefit you, then you're going to continue to grow. And that's what polishing your heart is doing. It says this mantra is ideal for unraveling emotional stuckness, easing worry, and cultivating bravery. So if you're feeling stuck, go outside in nature. If you're feeling blah, like you can't move forward, get you some colors, and get a coloring book and color, because color opens up the creative portals in your brain and allows you to feel more free. And that's what's happened. You're stuck. You're stuck in a thought process that's really not serving you, and you're not polishing your heart when you do that. That's all I have for you guys today. I want you to understand that you are the most important piece of your puzzle, and it doesn't matter what other people say about you as long as you don't believe it. You have to believe what's important to you, what's valuable for your own heart, what's valuable for your own growth. So Cancer, if you find something that you like in this message, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And if you don't, it's okay, because we do not want you to vibrate in places that you do not belong. I love you guys, and I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. Bye.